DearMamaSal. Hello everybody, this is DearMamaSal and I'm on my way to the airport. I cannot believe that I am this far away from home without actually remembering to start my vlog. You can tell where my mind is. It's certainly not on vlogging. You know, I drove all the way from my home to my local bank and everything where I thought I was going to start vlogging. No, I've clean forgot to do it. I turned the camera on, but I forgot to speak. And then I've left the banking area where I also had to pick up a new mouse because my mouse has died for some reason. Here I am, sort of halfway to the airport without starting a vlog, so better late than never. What I wanted to let you know was sometimes you just have to laugh at yourself because, you know, bless her heart, Yvonne stood by me and helped me get everything cleaned, or at least tidied and looking respectable, which it does. And in fact, it looks so good that maybe when I get back I'll do a house tour for you. And it was really that good. And so now I don't know why I never thought about it, but it is called a doofus moment and you will all appreciate this. I forgot to clean my car. My car is covered in bean fur. And various other things. It's a mess. But I thought about it because you know me, as fast as I think of a negative, I try and think of a positive. You know, as soon as he mentions it, which he will, I will merely say, I'm so glad you reminded me. That's your job for tomorrow. I can do that. Yeah, I'm really sorry about that, yeah. But seeing as you mentioned it, that can be your job for tomorrow. While I'm loading the trailer or doing whatever. But I'm actually early enough that I think when I get to the airport I'm just going to sort of scrabble around and get the worst of it out, or into a garbage bag at least. So it may not be perfectly clean, but it'll be a little tidier at least. Really funny. And of course only my brother arrives during rush hour. And luckily, I mean, the traffic is already heavy coming back this way. So, and it's only 2:30. Now, he doesn't arrive until 4. So it's going to be very interesting. It is what it is, right? Now I've just changed my Canadian money into American money. So wherever possible, I'm going to try and pay cash for everything, because then I know what my budget is. I'm going to try very hard not to use a credit card unless I really have to. Because I have saved up and I've got my money with me, but now it's in American dollars ready for the trip tomorrow, on Wednesday. on my way out of the airport, I'm going to take him to dinner so that we miss the rush hour. Oh, there's always such a delightful aroma at this part of the highway. There is a sewage treatment plant somewhere near here. And you know, you clean forget that there is such a thing until you drive this part of the road and you go, oh yeah, I remember now. Right. Then you try desperately hard not to breathe for the next half mile. Okay, I think it's safe. I wanted to talk to you a bit about friendship. And especially Yvonne's friendship, because Yvonne's known me a long time, and she knows that if ever you want to see me overwhelmed, you just have to mention my family. And it has no rational sense to it at all, and we all know that, and I think I've done better than I normally do, but even so, I got into this cold funk. Now, to be fair to myself, I had this brilliantly planned, not knowing that I was going to have to put poor Bean Bean down last week. I thought Bean Bean had a bit more left in him than he actually did. And so it would have been a lot easier, I guess, had I not had that happen, but I did, and you can't change that. It is what it is. So but the interesting thing was that Yvonne knows me and knows my process very well. Now, when I say my process, each of us has things that trigger us and overwhelm us. I don't care who we are. And then we also have ways of calming ourselves down. And if there's one thing Yvonne knows, she knows what I need to be back under control. And so she knows me to be task-oriented to a certain degree, and I'm definitely process-oriented. And therefore she knows that the first thing I need is a list of what needs to be done. And so we did that. We produced a list of what needed to be done, and then in order of importance to me. Not in order of importance to anybody else, but in order of importance to me. In other words, in order of which parts were giving me the most stress. Now, the reason to do it that way is because if the wheels come off for some reason and we don't ever get to finish the list, then at least the things that we haven't done are the least important to me, not the least important to maybe Yvonne or my brother or anything else. Make sense? And it's very important in life that you honor that process, because it's your process. So we did that. And yesterday we worked actually not nearly as hard as I thought we needed to. We got most of the stuff done, including some of packing the trailer, funnily enough. And then this morning we had coffee together at 9 o'clock for an hour. And then we did 2 hours of final cleanup, you know, just literally went through and did the last bit of tidying and dusting and vacuuming of last minute sort of stuff, and we were done by 12, which was awesome, very impressive. And then I got in the car. Ah, lordy, lordy. I never cease to amuse myself, do I? And of course, it's not everybody that cleans their car when they're dressed up. It's not everybody that needs to. Now, I know what you're saying, which is find yourself a gas station on the way that's got one of those vacuums. looking at it a different way. I've got a brush that I use to brush the snow off my car in the winter. Are any of you laughing yet? I hope so. As a short-term measure, you know where the crud's going, right? And then when I'm camping, I'll get out my little mobile vacuum cleaner and lift the car mats and clean underneath them. And if the brother lifts up the car mats, really? Then he deserves everything he gets. And he'll be cleaning the car when we get the other side. It's a beautiful day, by the way. It's 20 degrees here in southern Canada, British Columbia, and that makes it 68. It's beautiful. It's just what you want to go camping. Not too hot, not cold, just pleasant. It actually feels a lot hotter than that, to be honest. It feels more like 25. So it really is very, very pleasant weather. Now I did read that it's going to be slightly cooler, sort of into the low 60s. You know, which for us is quite pleasant, but for somebody who's just come from midsummer in Africa, it does seem like midwinter. So I'm aware of that. So I'm just wondering how everybody's doing today. I really thank you all for your great support. Those of you who've been on the broadcast the last couple of times, we had some really good stuff go down on the broadcast, and it always pleases me. It makes me always think that this time that I spend doing the broadcasts are worthwhile when we can help people. And the fact that we got to help a couple of people this weekend was really good. Really good for them, and hopefully really good for the soul of some of you. And you know, I couldn't help but smile at a comment that Robin sent to me. Now, as you all know, Robin has every reason to sit and complain and be angry at the world because she got bitten by a tick that transferred 3 fatal diseases to her. I mean, not 1, but 3. And so she has every reason to complain. And what amazed me was that she was saying that she only wished that she'd had somebody call her on her stuff earlier. Because she wouldn't have wasted as much of her life as she did, being angry or depressed or whatever. And you know, I just have to say that she is such an inspiration, that with all that's going on in her life, that she can make honest statements like that, to me is so impressive. I really admire her for that. Just incredible stuff. Now, I'm a little bit worried at the moment because I have done something I don't normally do. I don't normally take what I call a shortcut when I go to the airport, because it normally ends up being a long cut, if you know what I mean. But today I took a different route because it is rush hour. And I didn't want to get caught up in the traffic coming out of downtown Vancouver towards the airport. I wanted to make sure that I missed all of that. The disadvantage of that is it's been many, many years since I've taken this route, and I haven't really got the foggiest idea if the route I used to take as a shortcut is still even open. So as usual, this is going to be an adventure, and I'm going to pray for guidance on this one. So normally I am about an hour away from the airport. Because of the time of day, the traffic is a bit heavier, so I allowed myself a bit of extra time. Actually, a lot of extra time now that I look at it. I'm just hoping I can remember where I'm going. I know what you're saying. Why didn't I check it before I left? I know. Very intelligent people do that. The good news is that in this day and age, if I really get lost, I will stop the car, turn on my Google Maps, and let it take me there. And as we all know, sometimes that can be very challenging because Google Maps can send you up roads that actually don't exist anymore. So this should be good. All right, guys, I'm going to talk to you when I get there. I'm going to concentrate. Bye-bye for now. Well, I'm here in the airport now, and I always like to show you some of the carvings that we have here. So this is a couple of the totems that we have, which I thought some of you would appreciate, but the one I thought you'd all appreciate was this one. Why did I think of Emily when I saw this? I'm not sure, but I just am. I want you to know I'm thinking of you. Just gotta love this one too. It's sort of what I look like when I wake up in the morning. And what I look like before I've had my coffee. Well, here I am waiting at this carousel, which should bring me my brother any minute now, but did I ever tell you I don't do waiting well? Thought I'd mention that. Boring. Okay, so I'm sitting here trying to amuse myself, and you'll see this sign that I'm sitting right in front of. Just watch a woman totally ignore that. Why does that get up my nose? Oh, and that person too, but that person looks like he belongs here. But the lady who I'm not going to show you definitely is meeting somebody. I'll try not to get too upset. And here comes another. See what I mean? Okay. Well, very exciting. We've got signs of life now. The carousel is going around, which is a good sign. It means people might follow soon. Well, I think I spotted him. This is actually quite funny. Oh, he's tired. He keeps looking my way, but he just doesn't recognize me. Well, I just wish it weren't quite as far away, because I want to tell you, if you could see the body language of my brother, it would be about the equivalent of my body language. He does waiting about as well as I do, so we have that obviously as a family trait. But it's quite funny watching him, because he hasn't worked out that it's me yet. Or if he has, he's ignoring me with the contempt I deserve. So we're just waiting for the baggage to arrive. Well, let's see if we can catch him when he recognizes me. Still not. Still not. I know! Nice, everybody, so here we are. This is the brother. We've been calling you BBG.
The bloody big brother. Oh,
Yeah, go on.
I'm not going to go down that road because I'll probably
Big
get it
brother
right.
Geoff.
Oh, Big Brother Geoff. Good. I thought it was rude.
They're very polite people, my peeps.
Apparently, yeah, that'll change.
And they're really looking forward
Get on
to
with the
talking to
picture.
you.
I'm hungry. I need to eat.
You've been on video. So we're sitting here with incredible sunshine, and we're just going to have a meal here while the traffic dies down. But I thought I'd show you that we're at a marina here. There's some very pretty flowers here, and we're actually sort of just a couple of miles away from the airport, but it's really pretty. So I thought it would be a good place to just sit and veg for a bit until the traffic dies down.